So, try to touch on, if you could, how was it managing minimum wage employees? I mean, there's not a lot of incentive there for a lot of hard work. Was it mostly younger people you were working with, and how did you kind of corral them and get them to do the best they could?
Younger people, they definitely respond to a lot of like incentives. So we had employee of the month incentives, where we would give $100 gift card at the end of the month. It was a Visa gift card, so you can go anywhere you want. To the best, who the managers decided was the best employee that month.
Right.
I would tend to offer, they were called sub meals. So basically we would pay the cost of the meal, the restaurant would. So like, you'd incentivize like, all right, well, tonight's going to be a busy night. Whoever stands out the most, they're going to get a free meal and pie or shake, whatever they want.
Right.
And then also, Ben, when you're dealing with younger people, there's two different ways to kind of go about it. They don't like disciplinary action. So if you tell somebody like, hey, I'm not trying to be rude, but I need you to do this, and if they don't do it, that's when you say like, look, if you don't do this, I'm going to write you up. And they're there because, especially if they're younger, because their parents tell them they have to. And if they get fired, they're going to be in trouble.
Right.
So they don't like that. So, I mean, that's kind of a way to do it. I used to always just try to be upbeat, have a good attitude. Don't try to be too cracking the whip, because I mean, these are 16, 17, 18-year-olds for the most part.
Right.
And when you try to do that, especially when you're in the same age group with them, like I was, they don't respond very well to it. They're just like, oh, this guy thinks he's better than us, blah, blah, blah. But generally motivating, you just have to give them incentives.
That's awesome,
and sometimes if somebody really like knocked it out of the park, like especially after football games and stuff, because there was kind of 3 high schools right in the area of where the first store I worked at, I'd say, if someone did a really good job and stood out, I'd be like, hey, look, here's $20 and I'll sub your meal for you to, have a good night, whatever. Or you let people, hey, you want to leave early? You did an awesome job. You want to go home? Yeah, so you let them go home. So.
Dude, that's super awesome, man. Because thinking, just hearing you talk about all that brings me back to whenever I used to work at Domino's. And at Domino's, there was absolutely no incentive to, work harder, because man, we would be slammed. Like, talk about like Saturday night, Friday night, we would be absolutely slammed. And then there was no employee of the month program. There was no, like you said, they wouldn't comp any meals. I mean, if we messed up on a pizza, we get to eat it for free. But I think that's just cool. Obviously, there's more incentives there, and it's easier to motivate. So you were saying it's easier to motivate on the positive end by having rewards on the positive end than it is to motivate more so on the negative end, offering you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
people are more
absolutely.
motivated to work towards the reward than they are when you offer the punishment, if you will.
Absolutely. Yeah. Positive reinforcement is a lot more effective than negative reinforcement.
Okay. Awesome.
Thanks so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like for me. And also leave me something down in the comment section. If you'd like to be notified from my future videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you don't miss anything. If you'd like to watch this podcast in its entirety, there will be a link in the comment section and the description to the full version of the podcast. Also, if you're curious about any of the equipment that I use to make this video, there will be Amazon links in the comment section and the description. If you click through and purchase anything within a 24-hour period using those links, I will get a small commission, and I'll greatly appreciate you for that. If you'd like to sponsor the channel or support it in any other way, I also have Patreon and merch down in the comment section and the description. But I really appreciate you for watching. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, and until next time, hustle hard and get that money. Peace.